So this is Amos 9:9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel of all. I will sift the house of Israel among all nations like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. So you're gonna have Israel that's gonna be sifted from among all nations. You're gonna have Israelites that are gonna be looking like other nations and they're gonna be speaking different languages. And I'll give you an example of Israelites that are gonna be looking like other nations. Blake Griffin's children. Blake Griffin, his father is a so-called Haitian. His father's from the tribe of Levi, and Blake Griffin's father got with a so-called white woman, an Edomite woman, and Blake Griffin got with a white woman, a so-called white woman, and had children with her. And now Blake Griffin's children, they could pass as so-called white people. They could pass as Edomites when you look at them. But you can't tell if an Israelite is an Israelite by just color. You gotta go by the spirit. And that's just an example right there. And let me prove that the pedigree, your pedigree is determined by your father's lineage. Let me prove that in Numbers 1:18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names. So your pedigree is determined by your father's lineage. Whatever your father's lineage is what you are, And a simple example or concept of that is when you plant a seed in the soil. You plant an apple seed in the soil. What grows? An apple. So your seed line, as long as your seed line goes back to Israel, one of the 12 tribes of Israel, that makes you an Israelite. It doesn't matter what your mother is. Your mother could be a heathen, but your father's an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? And whatever your father is what you are. So I just had to make that point real quick. So back to Amos. Amos 9:10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. That's talking about the 2/3 of Israel that aren't gonna make it. You see, 2/3 of Israel, they're gonna die. And that's in Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So 2/3 of Israel, they're not gonna be delivered. And one third is gonna be delivered. First, starting with the 144,000, which is the governing body, and then the 1/3. That's the elect right there. Only the elect are gonna make it, in the 1/3. So not all Israel's gonna be saved, but the 2/3, they're gonna come back through the elect's children. They're gonna come back as the elect's children, and they're gonna be good. As long as you're an Israelite, it's gonna be good for you at the end of the day. It's gonna be all good for you at the end of the day. So in the kingdom, we're gonna be made perfect. We're not gonna go off. 2/3, they're gonna come back. They're gonna be perfect, and we're all gonna receive spiritual power. We're gonna be superheroes, so to say. We're gonna have superpowers, and that's what we're waiting on, man. Cannot accentuate that enough. So I just thought about this scripture. Let me get this one. While it's on my mind. So this is Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So the Most High, he's only dealing with the nation of Israel. And, he's punishing us for our iniquities. That's the reason why we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why we went into slavery. That's why we're not in rulership, because we're being punished. But, these curses and the punishment is getting ready to be uplifted. Deuteronomy 30:3. That then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee. So there you go, man. I'm gonna end off on that scripture. So I hope you got some elucidation out of this. You don't even gotta just watch my videos, bro. You can watch other brothers in Great Millstone. You got the elder apostles like Tahar, elder apostle Tahar. That's Tahar. You got Apostle Gabar, Gabar, and there's a lot of other camps out there. Sakari, Sicarii. Sakari came up underneath GMS. And they pretty much teach the same thing. You got the heads of Sakari too, the elders of Sakari. Deacon, I forget the brother's name, but I know he goes by Deacon. He has a page on YouTube, Deacon music page. Just look that up. You got Alazar, Gorilla Hebrew. He goes by Gorilla Hebrew, and Alazar too. But yeah, man, just watch the videos, man. And if you're of the elect, you'll receive this knowledge. You'll really get it. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll really hit home, and hopefully you'll grow in this thing. So yeah, that's it. So I hope y'all found this video edifying. With that, shalom.